Now, we are at a critical moment. It's not yet there. So it's what we have just done is a pause. We cannot consider it yet a ceasefire. A ceasefire cannot be completed unless there is a full withdrawal of the Israeli forces. There is stability back in Gaza. People can go in and out, which is not the case today. Right now, us as Qatar, Turkey, Egypt, together with the United States, we are getting together in order to force the way forward for the next phase. And this next phase is just also temporary from our perspective, because at the end of the day, if we are looking at, if we are just resolving what happened in Gaza, the catastrophe that happened in the last 2 years, it's not enough, because there is a root for this conflict, and this conflict is not only about Gaza, it's about Gaza, it's about the West Bank, it's about the rights of the Palestinians for their states. So we are hoping that we can work together with the US administration to achieve this vision at the end of the day. It's not easy, it will have a lot of challenges, it will face a lot of attacks, but we will keep pushing in order to find at the end of the day a long-lasting solution that provides justice for both people.
In the ceasefire agreement and in the 20-point plan for Israel-Gaza, there was an indication that there would be an effort to move towards a Palestinian state. For the second time this year, the Israeli Knesset basically, well, they don't want that to happen, and actually Prime Minister Netanyahu and his far-right allies boycotted a vote that was to move the phases along because of the reference in the plan to the two-state solution. When you're talking about mediation, how do you get beyond that kind of ideology? How do you get beyond the hard, liners who don't want even what President Trump has put forward?
Well, actually, here where the enforcement is needed, because one of the lessons learned that we have seen and experienced throughout the last 2 years, that if accountability is absent and enforcement is absent, things can just keep going, and we remain hostage in the hands of the extremists, and that's what we want to avoid. And we have seen that the efforts that all of us, we put together in order to reach to the ceasefire that we have achieved this year, needed for the next phase, which is the stabilization, and then the third phase, which is the Palestinian state. If this extremist agenda will just overshadow all our efforts as an international community, then everyone is recognizing that there is something wrong with the structure that we are working through. And I believe that U.S. role is key in this, because U.S. has the enforcement part of that in order to put this conflict on the right track for resolution.
Foreign Minister Fidan, I want to ask you about this, because